let's hit the ground. Core force updates rolling out. Speed is up, the power's tight. Crank it up, it's time to fight. New tools, new rules, we're breaking through. Faster, stronger, built for you. Automation, domination. Take control, no hesitation. Core force, set it loose. No more limits, no excuse. A big upgrade, time to fly. Take your star to the sky. No remorse, set it loose. No more limits, no excuse. The big upgrade, time to fly. Take your star to the sky. Orders fly, no slow down here. Crush the game, make it clear. Sassy old boost, integration's tight. Core forces pushing into overdrive. Let me watch it now, see what's next. No second best, we break the test. E-commerce built to win, let's go. Turn it up again. No more limits, no excuse. Big upgrade, time to fly. Take your star to the sky. No remorse, set it loose. No more limits, no excuse. A big upgrade, time to fly. Take your star to the sky. That's the sound of moving fast.
Colt, how do you like that song?
I love it.
It's based upon your music that you sent me. I don't know if you knew that or not.
You ain't got to tell everybody that.
Just told the robot, hey, make a song that sounds like this trashy band. And there's what we got. So, hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for episode 2 of Core Force Update Live. Today we have with us Colt. I think it's going to be a pretty short because we don't have a whole lot of new information to share. So we don't want to waste your time. I do want to quickly remind you that those of you that registered will be in for a drawing for our lunch with Coreware for our next webinar. So actually, we actually drew from the first webinar, which was episode 1, and I'm going to put those names, the names of those winners in our chat. So be on the lookout for your we're either going to do Uber Eats or what was the other one, Oki? Uber Eats or
not Grubhub. Apparently that's not allowed.
what was the other one? There was a Uber Eats or something else. Anyway, you guys are going to be able to eat on us for the next webinar. Hey, and when you do that, send us a picture of whatever food you're enjoying us. We've got people here that really love food. Ezra is a huge foodie, right? And if you could be in our Discord, we actually have one called coreFORCE, and we actually share foods that we enjoy wherever we are. So we would love to see how you spend that Uber Eats gift card. With that, I am going to turn it over to Colt. I'm going to mute myself in case I start coughing or anything, and we'll go from there.
Awesome. Hello, everybody. So you ain't got to share my screen yet. I don't have anything for that now.
I have no idea why that's doing that. Hey guys, just so you know, we've got some new we've got some beta things rolling out on this platform that we're using. So I'm hitting buttons and things are happening that shouldn't be happening. So that just goes to show anything software related, when people, make a update or give you an extra feature, it may not do what you're wanting it to do. So keep that in mind when you're dealing with any software company. With that, I'm going to mute myself.
All right. So today's, we don't have a ton to go over. I did want to hit on some specifics. Kind of first and foremost, as far as that map issues we were running into in the past, few weeks, I believe those to be resolved at this point. It's gotten a lot quieter. Now we still obviously we're getting people with map violations those are still going to happen every now and then. But hopefully those are lessening and lessening as we kind of get settled in with this BFG integration.
And on that Colt too, as far as map violations, guys, make sure when that map violation gets sent over to you that you're checking the product on your website to see if the map pricing is correct. I've ran into a slew of map issues that were sent over where the pricing has already been updated. So make sure you reach out to your contact there, let them know that that's fixed, and you can request them to remove the violations also.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's
Yeah.
something you all should be aware of.
Yeah, we've seen ones that I had one sent to me that was a map violation from like 6 months ago or a year ago, even. I've seen that. And it was just because it was tagged on to something. But yeah, definitely double check because the manufacturers' bots, surprisingly, they aren't that intelligent these days still. And they do make mistakes. So always just kind of double check. And usually, I believe every manufacturer has some kind of link or email say, if you believe this is an error, send it out here. Um, yeah, yeah. Joel just straight up left us. I guess he didn't want to be on camera anymore. Okay. With that out the way, the new stuff. So we did do a release Tuesday night or no Monday night for coreFORCE. We did have a couple of issues that we ran into, and we had to revert for a time being, but we got all those straightened out and got that back up. So as far as new features, new stuff that's coming or new stuff that's there now, is one of the biggest one is MGE wholesale. They now have updated integration with us to where they're sending orders via FTP. What this means is now you actually need an order name and customer number. You can talk directly to MGE. They have an email that you can send to get this information, and we'll make sure that's posted in the chat. So if you are using MGE and you need to get set up with this, we'll post that here. I've got it right here, posted in the chat. And that's so that you can get the information. So if you run into any issues or anything, obviously let support know, but you could just go into your distributor credentials for MGE, and there should be 2 new fields, one for dealer username and dealer order name. So that basically essentially the update there is so that you can get orders placed faster. So previously it was just sending an email to your sales rep. That won't be necessary anymore as it'll go directly to their FTP server and will be consumed. So you get that inventory. So hopefully there's no, loss of orders or anything like that. So that's probably the biggest of the new features there. There's really not anything left as far as that goes, but we do have some other fixes. The other, let me see, I think there was another. Yeah, so some specific changes before I get into bug fixes. One thing that has changed that may be confusing at first is on the orders dashboard, the order number column is no longer sortable. This shouldn't be a concern for anyone because order ID and order number should be the exact same. The difference is for speed improvements. Because if you're trying to sort on something without getting too technical on it, you're trying to search a string versus an integer. And sorting on an integer is a lot easier. And plus the way that it sorts. So say, for instance, you have order number, 1, 2, 3, 10, 12, 13. If you sort order number, it's going to try and go 1, 10, 11, 12, 2, 23, 20, like that. So it doesn't sort one by the numbers because it's trying to do by text. So order ID, on the other hand, is an integer. And so it actually will sort by the number. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can sort by descending order on that. And that will always keep your newest orders at the top of your list. So if you go to click that order number on column and it's not working for you, that's fine. So
real quick question for you. And this is a little off topic, and I don't know, Colt. Do we have plans to integrate with Kroll for LE first responders?
did speak to Kroll at SHOT Show personally. I went over to them and talked a little bit. I haven't followed up with them yet because we've been swamped with other stuff. But as far as I'm aware, we do have plans to integrate with them. Made a good contact over there. I I went over there to because I was trying to meet with all the distributors during SHOT Show, just so I could put a name with face and meet some others and some prospective ones too. And Kroll actually had a really cool set of patches, oddly enough, that was Paw Patrol's. Paw, like if anybody has kids, they probably know what Paw Patrol is. And they had one for each of the characters. So, but they didn't realize how intense the patch world is, and they like got rid of them really fast. So, but
You
yeah,
probably took at least half of them, I'm sure.
no, I didn't get a single one of them. I was actually scrambling. I just actually ordered a set because I wanted the whole set. Because my son, he's about to turn 4 and he loves Paw Patrol. So
One more quick question. Back out to MGE credentials. What is dealer order number? Do you know what that is on the credentials?
let me see, dealer order number.
Kenneth Graves had a question on that, and I didn't want to miss it here.
Yeah, it's sorry, it's ordering dealer number. It's their ID number. Dealer, they have an ID number with
Okay, so Kenneth's
MGE.
dealer ID number. Okay.
Yeah, so there's an ordering dealer number and an ordering dealer name. That MGE should know what you're talking about. And we're working on coming up with something that you can kind of send them so that they'll understand really quickly and get that turned around for you really quick.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Colt.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
Our good friend from BMC Tactical said he can hook you up with Paw Patrol.
I just ordered. I mean, I'm not going to turn it down, but I just did actually get it ordered. Literally this morning, a buddy of mine texted me an eBay link with the full set, and I ordered it. So
Yeah, he
but
said
I do appreciate it.
I can hook him up. Yeah, thanks. Just slap
Oh yeah.
one of my closest and dearest friends in the
No,
face.
no. That's
Colt.
if they did them. Yeah, I'll take it.
Hey, also,
I need to
we're
connect with
not
them
ignoring
anyways.
you. So Adam, I'm not ignoring you. I'm looking to see we had that fixed. This is for Blue Storm vids. We had that fixed in the last one. You had do not disturb turned on for your emails. So once you do that, it's really difficult to go back and have it not, because we're very strict on our emails. So if somebody turns that on and we try to send an email again, it's like, hey, you can't do that. It's trying to protect and if you're using Gorilla, it's doing the same thing for you. It's trying to protect your online reputation, because if you send emails to people that do not want to be disturbed, your score goes down, and it makes us look really bad, makes you look really bad. So I'm looking into that right now. And Dean, if I have not responded to an email for you, sir, you let me know, because I will go find the smallest trash can I can find and shove myself in it for 10 minutes.
I think Dean was I think he was referring to the distributors getting back about their violations.
Oh, gotcha. My heart skipped a beat. I'm like, I always respond to people, hopefully. So anyway.
But you can jump in that trash can.
No, I only save that. Not sure, Adam, but we're looking into it. I'm literally taking care of that. That's why I disappeared. So I'm going to do that again. You guys carry on.
Absolutely.
Wait,
okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have to look into that, because we're looking at those emails, Adam, and you're not even receiving them. So for some reason, I know we've got the right email address because you communicated with me. So we'll take care of that, man. Hey, if you've got a secondary email, just shoot that to me, and I'll personally make sure you have a link to whatever link you want to watch this thing on. So just shoot that to me, and I'll get you taken care of. I'm getting out of the way now.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and let's see, where did I leave off? So there was every time we do an update, just so that everybody also understands, is we're constantly trying to improve the infrastructure. We're trying to do multiple things of improving site speed overall, overall response time and stuff like that. So those are kind of things that are just ongoing things that I wish we had a a magical button that could speed everything up overnight. That would be wonderful to do. But sometimes this is to take a process, but we have been actively searching and fully focusing on stuff like that. Um, Getting back to changes, updates. We talked about the order number. Um, the There was a couple of issues. Well, I think that was it as far as changes and new updates. So we'll jump into like the bug fixes. Um, so we fixed I just talked about the map issues that we were having because we were having something that wasn't updating the map. It was updating it like once a night from BFG, but we fixed that. So now that's as soon as we put it in, it's updating and going out to everyone. So that should be a lot faster turnaround time now. And on that same note, if anybody does have, I think we mentioned this last time, if you have a manufacturer direct contact that we can reach out to get map sheets. If you have, the map sheet yourself that you can send to us, that helps us turn around because I know people usually just get hit with their own, 5 SKUs of violations and stuff like that. But if we're able to get a sheet updated because we're trying to reach out
Any
as many manufacturers as we can, but yeah, the more merrier.
Yeah, any help we can get on that will obviously help us keep all the pricing in aligned. So, and you guys have the contacts that are needed at the distributors or the manufacturers to open that door. So, yeah, if you guys, as Colt said, if you guys can get a full map sheet from any manufacturers, that's something we can update quite quickly here on this side to kind of nip that in the bud here before any new violations start going out.
Absolutely. A couple of other fixes to note. We had a couple of different issues with Cam4. One was involving missing cost. That should be fixed now. There was another one where certain situations with quantity was sending over as a decimal. We got that fixed. So as far as I know, the Cam4 should be running smoother now after that last update with them. So, and then let's see. Uh, There was some missing FedEx Smart Post packages for the Easy Post integration. Got those added in. Um, and then some other just miscellaneous bug fixes involving Minicart. Like I said, a lot of the fixes this past 2 weeks revolved around, fixing up the map issues, not fixing the map violations per se, but fixing the maps issues where we weren't updating, map in a nice fast time frame. So, um, outside of that, I don't think there's anything else,
Another
worth noting.
question.
Yep.
Um, any update on the override shipping costs not working? I recall that earlier. I think we were talking about it.
Yes.
So
So that's actually being tested right now by our QA team. Was put in emergency fix. There was two separate shipping cost issues that we had. One was when you were putting a shipping cost of 0 on directly on a product. That issue should be fixed now. There's another one that's in QA right now being worked on actively as we speak and being tested before we release it. Is that the situation was when trying to remember the exact details because it wasn't the same. It was same outcome but different approach to get there, I guess you'd say. And I think that was with let me see, I'm actually gonna pull it up. Um Yeah, it involved with the rates. Like if you had done rates, it was overriding the free shipping cost. If you had done like a shipping charge and stuff, the rates were overdoing it. So yeah, that should be hopefully getting resolved, Patrick, very soon, hopefully within the next hour, depending on how if QA finds things wrong with it. Um, and just a specific note on something like that, something that we are um, working on improving is we do have a QA team that goes through and they try and test things before we roll them out. We're trying to expand that. We've already expanded the team, but we're also trying to expand some automated testing so that we can make sure that simple stuff like clicking a button, clicking a link, those types of things work. But we're also, even for hot fixes, so we're trying to minimize the time that there are major issues, obviously. So we're trying to minimize time, but also having something in place to where QA can go in and test even for a hot fix, because what we've run into a past sometimes is we go to hot fix something, which a hot fix is basically just something that we fix, like it goes directly out to the live. So it doesn't go in with our regular 2-week schedule of updates. And one thing we're doing there is we're trying to get more eyes with the QA process involved with the hot fix, just so they can avoid any, a hot fix going out and then it's breaking something else that was unexpected. So, so just bear with us there, please, because we're trying to make sure we don't break something, as we try to fix something, because that's usually the rule of game with development. Fix one thing, break two things. So we're trying to avoid as many breaks as we can, because trust me, believe it or not, we do not like breaking things. It gives us a headache. I know it gives everybody else a headache. So, but yeah, so we're trying to constantly improve on that. And not only that, but also, transparency, clarity, getting the details back to you of, what happened and all that kind of good stuff. Which is kind of another reason why we started doing these webinars, is kind of so we can be and say, hey, yeah, that went out. We're fixing this. This is why we're doing it. This is what we're doing next. And this is what we have plans for. So, outside of that, trying to think, I want to say there was something else that we're working. Oh, yes. So it's not fully ready right now. We're still going through some internal testing, but we do have a new searching coming up. It's going to be, what we're going to do is look for essentially testers to do.
And while we're looking for testers because of specific reasons, you guys have large traffic on your sites, and if we just do the testing on demo, we're never going to run into that situation, because there's only 3 or 4 people hitting it, where you guys could have hundreds of customers hitting your site during the day. But I think what we want to do, go ahead, Colt.
Well, yeah, because we don't want to put it on, your live site when it's, not ready, obviously. So what we are planning to do is, if you're interested in testing it out, we can get you information. Just shoot us a message, and we can set it up as a separate page that you can do it. We're not ready to do this step just yet, but just kind of, preemptive, let people know that we do have something that we're working on. But once we're ready, we'll go through, some of the testers. We'll set up an individual page that only you have access to, that you can do some testing, provide us some, constructive feedback, because those are always nice to hear. Because it's hopefully, if all goes well, this will be a drastic improvement in searching capabilities, and also open the doors for other stuff. So, but yeah, so if you're interested in that, just testing it out, just shoot us a note, let us know, and we can get that set up on your site. Again, it's not going to replace your existing search. It's going to be, something that you run simultaneously in essentially a beta. That word's been thrown around multiple times this time. So, but yeah, and then we'll probably have an update on where we're at with that in the next coreFORCE call, and see more of a time frame, hopefully. So. You got any questions? Let's see.
Irvin had one. How do we change the account name for a UPS account on CoreStore? We have 2 different accounts and need to differentiate. Irvin, I believe you mean with EasyPost. Can I have you send me the information? Guys, please don't sign me up to spam sites.
Well, now that you've said it,
I'm gonna put that in here.
Now.
If you could email me, Irvin, the situation and what you're looking to accomplish, I'll look into that for you. I thought we had a development case in there to allow multiple accounts that are selectable when you're doing fulfillment with Easy Post. But I want to make sure that we're talking about the same thing. So if you could send me more information, I'll look into that for you.
Yeah, I did see that Brendan had a question about any update on an alternative to Twilio. Not
I
that I'm
did.
aware of at this time, or do you have something?
I responded back to him. You know, right now we don't. Much like everyone in the telecom industry, they're all following suit to stay with the shaft rules. Really, that's hard for us to overcome because there's three big providers, just in general, that are controlling all of this. So it doesn't matter if you go with Twilio or someone else. At the end of the day, they're going through one conglomerate and being passed or denied from there.
Awesome. Yeah, it's fun times. Let me just double check over, see if there's anything I missed. Because other than that, we might bring Joel back out here and get him to do a little dance or something. Um,
I want to see him jump
no.
into the trash can. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, is there any other coreFORCE questions, guys? I know this was a shorter one. Obviously, you know, we ran into some issues with the initial release. As Colt said, we are constantly working to have a better escalation process for you guys, from, you know, the intake from support all the way to development and back. We know communication is important. It's something we want to get better as a company as a whole. And just know, you know, things you guys say aren't just laughed off or taken lightly. We understand, and you know, it's what we want to do as leaders of the teams. We want to make sure you guys are taken care of because you take care of us. I mean, look at our interactions. Nothing but good things when we talk to you guys. And, you know, sometimes we have hard conversations with each other, but at the end of the day, we're partners. And we need each other to be successful, to thrive and grow.
Well said.
Thanks.
You're really good at this, okay?
Oh man,
Get out of the trash
Wake up
can.
from your nap.
I just got out of it. Woo! And Dean, I just to let you know, I just literally crawled out of the smallest one I could find. So if that ever happens again, I'm gonna find a smaller one. Do we have? I'm still looking into the Blue Storm vids, Adam. I'm still looking into that. It looks like you're receiving that email. You've got 2 emails associated with your account. I think we talked about it our last deal. Which, by the way, we have another exciting, action-packed webinar for CoreStore Update Live next Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern. So, I think you're muted, Josh.
I was saying I'm actually off that day, so Colt, you're gonna have to cover
That's
that.
going to be great. I love
gonna be
working
awesome.
with people when they're off.
It's weird that we're
as
off the
opposed
same
to when
day.
they're clocked in. That is
We're the odds
really
on
odd
that.
because I'm off as well. Hey, does anybody 1 p.m. Eastern? I meant. Thank you. 12 p.m. Central. Thank you, former assistant to Joel. So, anyway, does anybody have anything else? This was a short one, man. I thought we would have more engagement from the chat.
Yeah, we had some pretty good questions.
I want more. I want you to be uncomfortable. Well, you only have 1 minute, Colt, and you have to leave, but Oki's got nothing else to do all day, so you're muted again.
That is a lie, but
I know it's a lie, man.
But anything you guys want to shoot out, you know, I can help answer, or we can figure out where we want to get you guys some help.
So Kenneth did ask a question. Is there an easy way to mask? And if y'all see anything on YouTube, I'm not seeing the YouTube. I'm just looking at the StreamYard. But Kenneth asked if there's an easy way to mass tag California compliant guns. Kenneth, I wish I had an answer for you there. I dealt with those struggles when I was at Sports South to try and tag those on the Sports South side even, but there's a way that if you know them, you can mass tag things. You can do that through the product maintenance page to select multiple items and tag them yourself. or you could do a product CSV import to do them. But as far as like, if what you're asking is, is there a way for those to be tagged automatically? Unfortunately, there's not at this time. Just because you never know, those things can change constantly. So, but if you have a list of specific SKUs and stuff, yeah, like Mal was saying, like the CSV import, you can do it. Yeah, if there's a description, you can add like, yeah, that's what we see some people do is they'll add their own California compliant, in big asterisk text and stuff like that. In the description, you can set up a product tag and do it that way. If you do a product tag, which I think there might be one by default in there, but you can select multiple products manually and tag them through the actions button. There should be an actions to tag selected products, or you could do the product CSV import and just use like UPC code and then the product tag code, and that will get you the same effect as well. Anything else? This has been good.
Man, it's so dangerous to have your camera on and forget that it's on, because then you want to start like talking. Because I talk to myself a lot. Hey, Adam, that's in Gorilla. That's our CRM, which if you're interested, we absolutely encourage our customers to use that. It's a really great way to communicate with our customers, especially if do not disturb is not turned on. And you can text, you can email, all kinds of different stuff. So you wouldn't see it from your end, but we do have 2 different emails for you, and we're going to get you taken care of. I'm going to make sure that you receive that. To my assistant, please remind me. Yeah, do you have a Gorilla account, Adam? I'm not seeing you. Thank you, Kenneth. It really is. That's how we communicate with everybody. Yeah, that's what we have currently, Adam. So yeah, I'll look into it a little bit further, and we'll go from there. Does anyone else have any questions? I want some hard questions. Colt, you're 3 minutes past. You need to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hop out. I got a few more minutes I can go.
Okay.
Just in case there's any other questions that pop up.
Anyone else? This is really a big deal to have Colt here for you coreFORCE users, because obviously coreFORCE is intimidating. It's very complex. You can get as detailed as you want, or we have the lighter solution that kind of just shoot and forget, sort of. Still requires a lot of work, but it's kind of a big deal to have the brainchild of. Not
don't say that. No, I can't take credit for any of that.
All right, so Josh, okay, you got it.
42.
Yeah, 42. That's the rule.
Oh,
thanks, BMC Walter. Thank you for that answer. He gave me that answer in Vegas. So, anything else?
Oh, you guys are awesome.
You really are. We do really appreciate you. We know it's our time is our most valuable possession, basically, that we spend every second. And we are thankful that you guys took the time out to come here and pick up what you could from what Colt's dropping. And we hope to see those of you that use CoreStore next week. If you don't use CoreStore and you're in the market for a point of sale.
W's in chat. Love it. Let's go. Wins.
Look at the W's. Look at all the W's.
I mean, one's mine, but we appreciate it.
Hey, this is the VP Cubed podcast.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
BP cubed.
one thing I do want feedback on from our customers is something that we recently started playing around with the idea of, and it kind of would evolve from this right here actually, and we haven't made any final decisions yet, but I do want to see, it might be something that y'all are interested in. We're considering doing a Discord server for all of our clients. And so we have our own, internal Discord server that we have. That's the way we communicate to one another on a daily basis. Discord is something I've used for years. It's just, it's another chat, app that's basically, rival to, Teams and every time I think of a chat messenger, first thing I think of is AOL Instant Messenger. So it's like that's where I'm trying to not compare it to. But we are thinking about doing like a hopefully constructive Discord server, not for support. This wouldn't be something that we would be, going to for support channels and stuff like that, but it would be specifically for stuff like that's happened in this chat with, talking about how to handle, kind of helping, the community, like how do you handle California compliant stuff, and having a community of, core employees that maybe y'all have something that y'all are seeing and you want to, talk about it amongst yourselves and stuff like that. We would be there to, help monitor and post some specific helpful links and that kind of thing, but it wouldn't be something for support. It would just be kind of like a, core customer community. So that's something that we're kicking around.
Yeah,
so-
that's what Josh said. You were literally just saying what Josh was saying. That's not you, Josh Oakey. The real
Yeah, Josh Murphy, the good Josh.
the real
the
Josh.
good Josh. Yeah,
Awesome.
looks good.
Oh, there was a thing about us making our own Facebook group too, as most people do reside on Facebook. Not a new technology we have to integrate. I think one thing with Discord is it gives you a bunch of access to, obviously we can segment different channels for you guys too, so you can have a tips and tricks section, business, basic business practices, stuff like that. We know a lot of you
updates.
Yep. So there's some great advantages for using Discord.
Yeah, it's more of giving you obviously giving all of you a place to converse, but also a place that we can deposit tons of resources. So whether it be videos, help desk articles, links to everything, it's just we could keep it more organized. And I mean, I haven't used Facebook in like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, but
Just X.
we're not fighting, not saying that we would be shadow banned or anything, but it's just Discord's more I think it's more of a solid communications tool.
Which is ironic with the name of it.
Dude, I don't even get me started on names of stuff like Discord. You guys go look up Discord. There was another one I was thinking of the other day. It's like these people aren't even thinking, right? They're naming products the opposite of what they do. It's like what? And people just what was the other one? It was Discord and there was another one. It was just weird.
Yeah, Phil, to answer your question for sure. Asked, can you search Discord for items we're curious about? So yeah, that's kind of the thought process behind it, is we would try and, essentially load it down with, special links, like, what's a link to get this, do this action for my, 4473 or something like that. We would have our core U links in there, obviously. We can even set it up to do a post anytime we do a live webinar and link it to the YouTube. But yeah, we can do a bunch of different things, because Discord you can do like hooks, so we can automatically send out links and stuff like that. So that would be and it would be something that we would update and everything and handle. So yeah, absolutely.
It's actually, I was not a fan of it until Ezra talked about it. he kind of convinced me, last night or whenever we had our meeting, and then now I'm really excited about it, Colt.
Yeah, I think it was Glenn's idea to make it an entire server, like a community server.
Yeah.
And the way we would set it up, because we would want it to be just our customers, obviously. But we would set it up essentially it's a community of, just CoreWare customers that can, help each other out, or we can help out. Again, not meant for support. It's meant for tools and stuff like that. You'd still use the support chat feature and
Right.
all that.
Right.
Just want to make sure that's crystal clear.
Yeah, this is for you, the users. So obviously we're around, but it's not something that we're going to monitor like we are our, ticketing system and everything else.
Sorry, Phil's comment made me laugh.
I laughed a little bit too. I almost threw it up on the screen, but I just kind of let everybody else read it wherever they want.
Yeah, for those that don't know, Discord's they have community servers that anybody can join and stuff like. There's one for just about anything these days. It originally started with the gaming world, and that's kind of where I picked up on using Discord and stuff. But yeah, it's one of those things to where it's also very useful. We have development stuff that we could post in there and stuff like that. We would have the release notes that we could post in there and all kinds of stuff. It's a very impressive system that's gone way beyond just gaming at this point, and the other thing.
Right.
But that's how it usually works.
And it's literally is why we're doing it. Blue Storm. What you said. Does anyone
that's
else?
awesome.
This is like really, you got, hey, everybody out there.
Hi. Josh.
There we go, Josh. Yeah.
Throw us that nitro boost, buddy. We need more Joel emotes flying around.
Yeah,
hey,
so
we're not going to make those.
Else. Oh, we're definitely going to make those.
We're not going to make those public. I'm going to start. I'm going to do a.
You should monetize it,
copyright
Joel.
claim.
Well, I'm letting it build up. I'm going off shares right now, so as soon as I get a solid count,
Yeah. So just so everybody knows, you can even make your own custom, emojis, emoticons, whatever they're called nowadays. And I did one for Joel. I took snapshots of his face and put them on there so you can react to stuff, because that's how it's set up in Discord. Just because how you can react to any comment in here now and stuff. In Discord, we have it in our server that you can react with a Joel emoji.
Hey, in all seriousness, maybe we could create some that would, where we, the CoreWare goes in and they're looking. Maybe you could have some, emojis where people can react, and that would catch our eye. You see what I'm saying? So if somebody makes a really good, hey, this is freaking awesome, this is a great idea, we can get people to, use those emojis, and then jumps out to us.
That's one of the beautiful things about the reactions in Discord is, if somebody posts something, if we see a lot of people giving it a thumbs up and everything, that's going to help us with feedback as well. So that's kind of the driving force behind it, is just being able to have more feedback. Cult emoji. We'll do we might do a cult manufacturer logo or something like that. I don't know.
How about for me, when things are going like shit, we can just have an oil spill all over the ground for my emoji. So
no, we're gonna do a Joel meme coin.
Awesome.
I'm gonna show you what a pumpkin
I'm
does.
Happy to hear the positive feedback on that and everything. Again, it's not something that I think it's pretty much we have a good idea. It's going to take a little bit of setup, so I don't know, time frame wise and everything like that. But just something else that we're looking into, again, to try and make sure we're communicating, talking to everybody. So we thank y'all so much. Y'all been awesome today. Y'all have a wonderful day.
Stay safe.
We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
It's going to be open for a few more minutes through the song. So if you've got any more comments, we'll be looking at it for the next 2 or 3 minutes. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you next week.
Guys.
Next week at 1 p.m. Eastern for our Core Store Live update. Update Live. I'm sorry. I mess that up every week.
Someday you'll get it.
I'll get it right
One of
one
these
day.
days.
Thank you guys.
Later, everybody.
Keeps you set to fight. More tools, more speed, more power, yeah, that's what you need. Hold on tight, don't blink, don't stray. Another update's on its way. We'll be back, just wait and see. More upgrades, more victory. 2 weeks out, don't miss a sign. coreFORCE updates, next in line. Just wait and see. Now more upgrades, more victory. 2 weeks out, don't miss a sign. coreFORCE updates, next in line. We'll be back, just wait and see. Now more upgrades, more victory. 2 weeks out, don't miss a sign. coreFORCE updates, next in line. Yeah, hit that link, stay in tune. We'll be back again real soon. This is coreFORCE built to last. Till next time, full speed, no past.